I have a hankering for Doom. Let's try out Game Boy version. Alright, let's play some Doom. Let's start from the beginning. Hurt me plenty. 6.66 hours later. You guys don't stand a chance! And boop. Oh yeah. What? What is this? The end? Are you serious? Where is the spider mastermind? This ought to teach you a lesson.
My gun's bigger than yours.
Nice.
Say goodbye, Game Boy.
Headshot. Overkill.
The Hat Man. Welcome back to the channel, my lovely viewers. We all know of Doom, that classic and historically influential FPS series from the 1990s that kicks so much ass with its brutal animations and kills and metal as hell soundtrack. But did you know that Doom 1 and 2 were ported to the Game Boy Advance? Considering the cold open, I guess you all do now. Yeah, considering all of the other ports that Doom got, it's not surprising that id Software considered the Game Boy Advance back in the day. What is surprising is just how well it actually works. Despite some areas having minor slowdown, the games run at a fairly consistent frame rate, and most core mechanics are present. I personally beat all of Doom 1 on GBA recently, and I had a blast, to be frank. I wish I had a friend to play with though, because while researching for this video, I discovered that Doom 1 on GBA supports multiplayer deathmatch, and there are 8 exclusive deathmatch maps. These maps are the only official deathmatch maps ever released. Pretty cool stuff. However, it is worth noting that Doom 1 is based on the Atari Jaguar port, while Doom 2 is not actually a port, but rather a remake built in a new engine specifically made for the game, resulting in slightly better performance and much better presentation and gameplay than Doom 1. Also, these versions are the only ones rated T for teen. That means that the blood and guts are censored to green. To keep things running smooth, there were many other concessions made as well, such as a few cut mechanics, cut levels, level edits, changed textures, missing or changed music tracks, and missing animations. This means that you will not be getting the full Doom experience, despite the fairly great performance of these games. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't bothered greatly by the missing levels, as you can tell from the cold open.
Headshot. Overkill.
The spider mastermind is missing from Doom 1. That is nuts! Also, Doom 2 has a bug that makes armor not work correctly at all. And that too is nuts! So, what can be done about this? Well, a mad lad on the internet named DoomHack on GitHub ported the Doom source port called PR Boom to the GBA. What the hell does that mean, you ask? Well, a source port is a port of the Doom game engine. That means that a program that is the Doom engine is now on the GBA. That's right, the full Doom 1 and 2 experiences are now playable on the GBA after all these years. That means every level, every piece of music, all blood and gore, and every nook and cranny that you are used to. This also means that any WAD file that is compatible with PR Boom on PC is compatible with this GBA port. But how is performance, you ask? Well, it's on par with the official GBA releases, so that means you will have some slowdown in super busy areas. For example, all of Chapter 4 of Doom 1, which wasn't in the GBA port at all, by the way. But that performance level was already present before, and it's not any worse. That is a great achievement in my book. Alright. Let's move on to the good part. The tutorial! Alright, demons and marines, listen up. There are several links in the description. Everyone needs at least a copy of Doom 1, so below, I've included links to Steam and GOG to buy the games. Doom 3 comes with Doom 1 and 2 included, by the way. These are the BFG editions, and they're the ones I'll be using in this video. Make your picks and come back here when you're done. All done? Alright. Out of the remaining links, 2 are necessary for everyone, and the others are optional. The link for something called Sigil is an unofficial 5th chapter for Doom 1 made by one of the original creators of Doom, John Romero. You can get it for free if you want. The link to Visual Boy Advance is just in case you don't already have an emulator to test your ROMs on. Grab the extras now, if you so choose. Note that you can drag and drop any ROM from File Explorer into an open Visual Boy Advance program window and that ROM will open, even if another ROM is already open. Now, let's move on to the next step. Okay, the links that everyone needs are the ones for PR Boom GBA and for DevKit Pro. Open the links in new tabs. On each page, what you need will be under the Assets section of the latest releases. For PR Boom GBA, just download the .zip file called Source. Next, download the DevKit Pro Installer exe file and launch it. The installer will give you a list of optional components. Uncheck all of the options except for the GBA one, unless you want to dabble with the other consoles later, which will take up more hard drive space. Next, you can choose the location of your installation. The installation will open up a black window or two. Don't click inside of them and let them do their thing. If you click on any of the text, it will pause the installation until you press enter. Once done, open the install folder. In another window, open the source.zip file and extract the contents of it into the DevKit Pro program folder as I do. This next step is about gathering your desired Doom WADs. If you don't need to be shown where they are, use the chapters to move ahead. I'll be using the Steam versions of all the games, but the file locations for the GOG versions, or any version for that matter, are not hard to find. Generally speaking, you have to dig around in the installation folders until you find .wad files called Doom or Doom 2. But I'll go ahead and show you where to find them myself. First, navigate to the drive that the game or games are installed on. Then, head to your Steam or GOG game library folder. For GOG, all the game installs are in the first subdirectory. For Steam, navigate to Steam Apps, then Common. Next, enter your games folder. For Doom 1, the folder is called Ultimate Doom with Steam, and just Doom with GOG. The WAD is right there in the main folder for GOG, and is in the base folder for Steam. For Doom 2, it's in the second Doom 2 folder for GOG, and in the base folder for Steam. For the final Doom games called TNT Evolution and the Plutonia Experiment, the WADs will be under Final Doom in plainly named folders for GOG, and in Doom 2 under Final Doom Base for Steam. In Doom 3 BFG Edition, navigate to your game library and then enter the Doom 3 BFG Edition folder, not the regular Doom 3 folder. From there, enter the base folder, then enter the WADs folder. Inside you will find an extra WAD called Nerve. This is a Doom 2 expansion pack called No Rest for the Living. It will not work with PR Boom. but it is still good to have a copy of this so that you can play it on your PC via something like GZ Doom. Look it up, it's awesome, and it has mods. Or the 3DS. 3DS tutorial coming soon. Or just straight up with Doom 3. Cool beans! You have found your WADs. Next up, we're going to convert your WADs into something that the GBA can understand. Return to the DevKit Pro folder in a separate window. From the source folders of your WADs, select and copy them. Then, paste them into the GBA WAD Util folder. Both the standalone and BFG editions of Doom 1 are Ultimate Doom, so you'll want to add the letter U to the end of the file names as a formality within this folder. Inside the folder, there is already a file named doom1.wad. This is the shareware version of Doom. If you have a version of Doom that does not have the 4th episode, Thy Flesh Consumed, then delete the doom1.wad file and rename your own Doom WAD to be Doom1. If you downloaded Sigil earlier, now is the time to extract that zip file. Inside, you will find 2 WADs for Sigil. For this version of PR Boom, you have to use the WAD named Sigil Compat v121.wad. This is a version that is completely vanilla friendly. The other version is a little more advanced in design and you will need something like PR Boom Plus or GZ Doom to play. Go ahead and copy and paste the WAD into the GBA WAD Util folder and then rename it to simply Sigil. Also already in the folder are batch files marked with the .bat extension. These files are like shortcuts but with parameters that tell the GBA WAD Utility program what to do. There are batch files for Doom 1, Doom 2, TNT, Plutonia, Ultimate Doom, and Sigil. For your chosen games, launch one batch file at a time. Wait for the window to close before launching another one. The WADs are now converted to .c files in a different folder. By the way, there is a WAD out there called Jupiter.wad. This is the lost levels for Doom 1. This WAD is compatible with PR Boom, so if you have it, then you can enjoy it on GBA. Also, there is a music mod that remakes the soundtrack with real instruments called IDKFA by Andrew Holschult. The mod is a .wad file, but it will not work with any version of PR Boom for PC or otherwise. PR Boom doesn't support PWADs that change the audio. It only works on PR Boom Plus and similarly advanced source ports. Okay. Now, I will show you how to make your own batch files for custom WADs. Skip this part if you don't need it. Check the chapters for the next part. Copy and paste the Doom 1 batch file. Rename it to whatever your custom WAD is. Open it up in a text editor. Change doom1.wad to doom2.wad if it's for Doom 2. Not that I would know if Doom 2 custom WADs even work. If you have Ultimate Doom, then use that as a base and change doom1.wad to doomu.wad. Now, in the next section, change doom1.c to the name of your WAD ending in .c. After that, press space and type -pwad, and then type the exact file name of your WAD. Save and exit the file. There. Now you should have a working batch file. Run it. And that's it. Essentially, the batch file tells the WAD utility program to make a copy of the base WAD, inject the pwad or patch WAD into it, and convert it all to a C code file. That file will be used by the DevKit Pro program to make the .gba file later. Moving right along, let's back out of this folder and go to the source folder within DevKit Pro. Open the file named doom_iwad.c in a text editor. You will now have to edit this code file. In general, there is a feature of coding called commenting. This feature is used to add lines to code that are just notes and do not affect the code. This feature can also be used to turn a line of code on or off when testing. Using 2 forward slashes makes a single line commented, and removing the slashes makes the line uncommented. Decide what game you want to build first, then uncomment that line that corresponds with your game. Make sure only one game is uncommented at a time. If you have a custom or unlisted WAD, copy and paste a line and change the name to what you made earlier. Save the document and then minimize the window. You will come back here later for other WADs, if you have them. Back in the main folder, open the file msys2.bat in a text editor. Change part of the second line so that it correctly links to the mysys2_shell.bat file as shown. Save and exit the file. Now, at long last, double-click to run mysys2.bat. A black window will appear. Let it do its thing until it closes itself. After it closes, you will find 2 new files in the devkitpro folder, devkitpro.elf and devkitpro.gba. You only need the .gba file. Rename it to whatever you want and go ahead and try it out on your Flash cart or on Visual Boy Advance. You should find that it runs perfectly. Now, if you have more WADs to build, return to the doom_iwad.c window and perform more commenting and uncommenting. Carry out the building process just like before. And that's it. You did it! Woohoo! But, Hatman, my game starts to load code and then just stops with an error. In that case, I know of 2 possible issues and can fix just one. Number 1. If your WAD is the base game of Doom 1 or Doom 2, the iwad/pwad indicator within the code of the WAD may be incorrect for unknown reasons. Number 2. Your WAD is simply incompatible or otherwise messed up. For number 1, drag your WAD into a hex editor and check the top. If it says pwad, change it to iwad and save. This happened to me recently and I don't know what caused it. For number 2, I wouldn't know what to do. Your legally purchased WADs from Steam or GOG should be perfect with no issues. Fan-made WADs have the chance to be incompatible or broken. It's a toss-up and I've not personally encountered any failures not caused by issue number 1. If you are using an EasyFlash Omega flash card, like me, then you may want custom thumbnails for your ROMs in the menu. Luckily for you, I already made a tutorial for this. It'll be in the cards in the top right hand corner as well as in the description. Check it out! Also, fun fact, the linked tutorial started out being part of this current video, but it made things way too long. I had to split it off into its own thing. Boy howdy, that was quite the journey. Now that we're all done, Doom is now on the GBA unadulterated. Not only that, but all of the other official games and WADs are on here too. We are truly living in a golden age of Doom. Probably? I hope you guys found this video useful. I worked hard on it, and at one point I had to work through temperatures of 85 degrees Fahrenheit and higher due to the AC going out during summer here in Texas. It was hot. You'd think video editing was a sport based on how much I was sweating. That being said, the heat caused this video to be delayed a bit, so the next video will be delayed too. After that, I will take a break to develop more videos. Look forward to the next video. I will be showcasing a new Doom port for the 3DS. It has significant differences from the one I already showed off, so you will want to see this one. And no, you don't have to build it yourself like with this GBA port. So, until next time, have a great day, and I'll see you guys later. Bye! Hasta luego!